Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello students, today we are going to learn the various types of ethics. Now we learned ethics is really important into our lives. What all things are included into ethics? We learned all these things. What are the different types of ethics we are going to learn into this particular video. So let's start with the video. Types of ethics. The first type of ethics is participatory ethics. Now, what is this participatory ethics? What is it, something related to your participation into something? Yes. But now participation into what and why? So we'll understand it in very simple terms. Now, being a citizen of society, do you have certain duties towards the society? Yes, you have, right? What kind of duties do you have towards the society? You have duties towards the natural environment. You have duties towards the human beings who are around you. You have duties towards each and everything that is surrounding you. Now, as a citizen, what I'll have to do? I have a basic give and take relationship with the society. Now, what is this give and take relationship with the society? Do I get anything from the society? But of course, I get so many things from the society. If I consider it into my business, what do I get from the society? 6 M's. Are you guys aware about the 6 M's? What are the 6 M's? Men, money, machine, material, methods and market. From where do I get the 6 M's? Each and everything of the 6 M's I'm getting from the society. Right? Human beings, the human resource into my organization, I get it from the society. The raw material, again I get it from the society. So each and everything I'm getting from the society. So now when I'm getting so many things from the society, do I have to give anything back to the society? Yes, you have to give back to the society. You have to fulfill certain obligations of yours towards the society. Now how will I give back to the society? Now is it always required to do something extraordinary to give back to the society? No. Nothing extraordinary is required. Even into your regular course of business, if you are doing everything properly, as in the technology that you are using is not polluting the environment, you are treating the human beings into your organization very properly, the water that is leading out from your factories is not polluting any of the rivers, you are not creating any kind of noise pollution. Now what is happening over here? Do you have to really divert from the main core activities and do something extra? I don't feel so. But of course, if you desire to, and many a times you have to, right? Because now when I talk about the government, now can we really put the entire pressure or the burden on the government of securing the society? Is it not our duty to secure the society? It's our duty, right? Now everything cannot be done by the government and everything we cannot expect from the government. Now many a times we actually blame the government. The roads are not clean, the trains are not clean, there are so many potholes on the road, there are so many problems in the society. Every problem we are going to blame the government. But have you ever thought, what do you do? Have you ever tried to do something for your society? As a businessman, you might be earning so much of profit. Can't you really donate a small amount of that profit for development of your nation? Right? You can do that, right? Now, as a normal human being as well, if I talk about everything the government has to do, if I actually complain about the public transport is not clean, do you really think what you have done to keep it clean? Your co-passenger is spitting into the train. Have you stopped your co-passenger? No. Now this is your duty that you need to do. You need to serve the society. Now there are so many activities that we do into the social institutions. There are so many activities that I do into my business organization, like tree plantation, cleaning of the roads, going to some orphanage and giving food to those kids. But do you really understand, if you're doing it for one day, what about the next day? We are doing it only for the publicity sake majority of the times. We clean the roads, a good picture is being clicked and it is being put on the front page of the newspaper. That is where your patriotism or that is where your citizenship is going to end. Now you need to go beyond that and serve your society from your everyday actions as well. Not doing anything unethical, behaving properly in the society, respecting each and every individual in the society, behaving with everyone with fairness, no impartiality at all, treating everyone equally. This is not my basic duty. So this is where your participatory ethics comes into picture. As a citizen of the society, I have certain duties which I'm obliged to the society, and fulfilling those duties is where your participatory ethics is going to come. So I hope participatory ethics is clear. Can we move to the next point? Now what's the next point or the next type of ethics? After participatory ethics, the next topic is transactional ethics. Now what is transactional ethics? Transaction. What do I mean by this term transaction? Transaction takes place between two individuals. That can be any kind of transaction. Man is a social animal. As we have already discussed, man cannot live isolated. He requires some or the other person into his life to lead his life properly. Now there are various transactions that we might do with our people around us. Now these transactions when I'm doing with these people, the ethics that comes into picture here is transactional ethics. By mere observation of that person as well, I can judge what transactional ethics that person has. Yes, when I'm transacting with a person, when I'm dealing with a person into monetary transaction, maybe any other basic transaction of my daily life as well. Now when I'm dealing with that person, what will happen over here? My transactional ethics is very clear with that person. Or even if the third person is observing me doing what I'm doing over here. So transactional ethics comes into the picture when I'm into transaction with the another party into my daily lives. The last type of ethics is your recognition ethics. Now what's recognition ethics? What do I need to recognize over here? As a human being, can you recognize others' feelings? Yes. That's the God's gift that we have, right? We can recognize what other people feel. We can recognize what do they want. We can recognize their problems. We can recognize the conflicting situations that might arise. So that is what my recognition ethics is. Being a human being, I am actually blessed with this wonderful gift of understanding the emotions of other people and expressing our emotions as well. Now, how important are emotions into our life, I need not tell, right? Every time, now any person who says that I'm a very practical person, I'm sure that person will be the first to be emotional when something happens. It's a very small statement and a very general statement to say, I'm a practical person. But it takes lots of efforts to not to be emotional because we are human beings and we are actually blessed with this gift of being emotional and understanding others' emotions. Now, what do I need to do into my recognition ethics? I need to understand others' feelings. I need to recognize other people. I need to recognize the other institutions, organizations. I need to recognize what are the needs of the other people over my needs. Now, it may happen that many a times I'll have to sacrifice my own selfish needs to fulfill the needs of the other people. So over here, what should happen? The individual interest should not supersede, the individual egocentric interest should not supersede the interest of the general individuals in the society. I have to think about the masses and then I have to think about myself. So that's about my recognition ethics. So what are the types of ethics that we studied? First was participatory ethics, wherein as a citizen of the society, I have to do what? I have to serve the society. Simple example for participatory ethics would be Tata Group of Companies. Are they doing a lot for the society? Yes. Under the name of CSR activity, they are doing a lot for the society. So now those are their principles that they're following, and that is how I can view their participatory ethics. The second ethics that we studied was transactional ethics. As a social man, I'll be into various transactions with the people, right? When I'm into various transactions, with that mere observation, I can guess what transactional ethics are. Example to be put on over here, a vegetable seller is selling vegetables. I'm purchasing those vegetables. That's a basic transaction that goes on between us. I need vegetables, he needs money, he needs customers, and that is how I'm going to fulfill the transaction ethics over here. And the last type of ethics that we studied is recognition ethics. Again, we'll put one example over here into the recognition ethics. But before that, what was recognition ethics? Recognizing other people's freedom, individual liberties, feelings, emotions. Example over here. Now, you are working in an organization where you have been working since 10 years. Now, there's a fresher who is appointed into this organization. Now, when this fresher comes into the organization, but of course, that fresher will be under a lot of pressure. Now, what will happen over here? A lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. Now, being a person who has been working into that organization since 10 years, you will have to recognize the needs of the fresher, as in what needs. You will have to make that person calm down and support that person in whatever he requires. I cannot say that I'm really busy doing my work over here. I have to fulfill my targets. You please do your work. If you're not able to do it, you find your own way. Can you really do that? No. I'll have to recognize this thing and I'll have to fulfill the needs of that person as well. I'll have to support that person and I'll have to really tell that person, yes, I'm with you. You can go ahead. If you have any problem, come to me. I'll help you out. So this is the way we are going to recognize other people's problems. So we studied 3 types of ethics: participatory, transactional, and recognition ethics. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned to Ekeeda. Subscribe Ekeeda.